Hello, everybody. And hi, Sean. Good to see you down there in Florida.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, and welcome everybody to Sock Talks with Joy and Sean. Glad to be here with you today. And hard to believe that it is October, what is it? October
13th.
13th already. Crazy middle part, it's coming. It's coming. Trees, here's a turn. I know you don't get to see the trees too much, but up here they're just absolutely gorgeous.
Really.
We're just
I've
real
seen
happy.
pictures. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And the palm trees down here are beautiful.
Yeah. Do they turn colors? Do they turn color? Do they like do
No,
anything
they
like
turn brown when the palm dies. So, but no, they don't turn colors.
okay, okay,
Yep.
awesome.
So
Okay.
if they're turning colors, you need to get a new palm tree.
Or falling off, and if you have to
Right.
rake your palm tree leaves, it's too
Yep.
late, right?
So that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah,
Horticulture.
yeah.
So Joy, you
Yes.
just came back from a beautiful trip to Italy and saw George Clooney and had a fantastic time with your husband and friends.
Uh-huh.
So, did you work your business while you were gone, or did you just tell me what did you do
Well,
before, during, and then now what are you doing now?
we'll talk about before because honestly, anytime you go on vacation, it's like the days before you're just making sure all your ducks in a row,
Sure.
and you've got your follow up done. And I really spent a lot of time with that. Actually, a couple of weeks before, I had myself lined up on exactly what I wanted to do and the list of people and that kind of a thing. Of course, like like we were sharing earlier, all of a sudden the day before you go, everything's going on, you got like a million more things to do. However, that was in the follow-up side. When I was actually on the trip, I will tell you, it was wonderful to step away to an extent, to where you can enjoy yourself. It's good to get
Absolutely.
recharged. It's good to get recharged. It's good to have a different outlook on everything around you. And of course, pretty hard when you're in Italy, everything's different, it's actually,
Well, okay.
it was like it was really pretty cool.
Nice.
Um, and that type of a thing. However, the consistency of still sending cards,
Okay.
that didn't go away. I mean, I was every night I was sending postcards to people with pictures of what we were doing, scrolling to Facebook and sending out prompting cards there. Maybe not as many as I would do when I have more time, to myself. But yeah, you still kind of do that. And it's like really cool because in the middle of all this happening, two things happened while I was on vacation that I maybe need to take more vacations. Is one of the biggest packages. One of my clients enrolled in one of the biggest packages. So that was nice having a nice little check though, and
Perfect.
that
Yep.
was coming back to me. And the second thing is really funny. Two people on my team, between the two of them, they brought in well over 8 people and two affiliates or one affiliate. It was like I'm gonna go more often.
So
Look what
that's the beauty of our business model. And
happened.
honestly, no matter what your business is, network marketing, you work for somebody, when you have vacation, it's your vacation. You
Mhm.
really shouldn't, be checking the emails and texting clients and, responding to your boss. And,
Mhm.
it is a time to recharge and come back. And so how are you feeling now about hitting the end of the year strong?
Oh, I feel good. I mean, other than you getting through the jet lag stuff. I mean, seriously, this was the first morning I slept till after 5 o'clock. Every morning I spent 3 o'clock and I've been sending cards, because
Okay.
still on Italy time. But no, I feel good. Before I left, I was anxious about the timing, because I know how critical this timing is for us, and I always like to be ahead of the ball instead of behind the ball. So I had to kind of get over that a little bit. Like it's okay, do what you can before you go, and you'll pick up right when you get back. And it's been really strong since I've been back. It's been
Good.
great but I will tell you that I needed my list. I needed to have things written down. I had a lot of things in my head and people I wanted to reach out to and all this. And every day I'm jotting down, oh yeah, I gotta reach out to them, got it, and so that I do have a good follow-up with that, with it. So yeah, and there's a degree of stuff that you feel like you missed. Like I wasn't able to get on the calls. Well, I could have, but the timing was crazy, like 2 o'clock in the morning. So no, I don't think so. And then you just don't have
They're all
time.
recorded.
Yeah, they're all recorded. So I've spent my first 2 days getting through all the recordings and seeing what's updated and seeing, and congratulations to you and many of my friends who got had some big packages in
Thank
September.
you.
And so I got caught up on that kind of a thing. And now I'm moving forward, so it's all good. It's all
Perfect.
good. And it does give you, but I had my BNI meeting yesterday morning, and it was just, it was just kind of like, I want to say refreshing. I don't even know what it was, but it felt good.
Good.
You
Kind of get
know,
back in the
yeah, kind of get back into the swing of all
yeah,
that, and that
nice.
kind of thing. So, but yeah, I mean, I think you need a refreshing time. You need a time that you need to get yourself and get your mindset. I don't want to say mindset, but just get
No,
yourself in a different place and come back.
and that could be an
Good.
afternoon to yourself.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a week or 2 week vacation. It could just be, I need to recharge, and I know when I need to. I need to recharge. I'm gonna shut everything down, just kind of regroup, maybe read more, whatever you need to do to relax and just kind of go, all right, let me reflect and write things down, and let's hit it strong,
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
And it's
but
interesting
not
because
this time of year. You can't take days off this time of year. You
yeah,
have to
no, now
get
now this is like our peak summertime, right? But you're 100% right. And a lot of times, I don't know, I'm sure you've experienced it as well as I have. It, those times that you are sitting back and recharging yourself is when some things happen that you don't even realize are going
Oh,
on,
sure, yeah, yeah,
and good things. So, but yeah, and I had, one of the things just on a organizational side, when I did get messages and I had whether it be emails or whether it be private messages on Facebook, I saved them in a particular file that was labeled vacation.
yeah,
I put
yeah,
them somewhere, and I know you can tag them and put stars and all that kind of stuff in, but it's too hard to find all this, but I was able to, put things in a folder that
right.
I knew that those were priority,
When you
things that
came
I had
back,
to get back
good.
when I got
Yeah,
back. If I could answer them right away quickly, I did, but
all
other
right,
than that, they kind of sat and held back until I get back. So it's all good. You
perfect.
know,
All right.
it was
Well,
fun.
hit it hard, stay consistent. If you need a little recharge, take a moment or two, take a half day, but have fun. And this is the time of year, be consistent. You're going to build through the end of the year and then hit January strong and have a great 2023. So,
Yeah, yeah, it really is. And I know I just put together a campaign card that I'm going to get out to actually a lot of my family, my nieces and nephews that do card sending at Christmas. And of course they you know how family is. They don't want to do what you're doing, kind of thing. But I put a 3-panel card together on the 3 options this year for people, whether it be bulk cards, whether it be the packages, whether it be the subscriptions to carry forward, kind of thing. Just to kind of, hey, look at it. You owe it to yourself to look and see what we
right.
have, kind of a thing. I'm going to be sending a pretty big campaign with that out in a very shortly. Um, and I think we've said it before in our calls. What send out cards has now, we have never had before. Yeah, we got bulk cards last year, but they were late. Yeah, these packages, of course, are the selection of these
Right.
packages is brand new.
There's not, we
We
line
cover
up with
every avenue.
however anybody wants to send cards.
That's
So,
exactly right.
yep,
However anybody wants to send cards,
yep,
and
we
you
can
can
do it.
even, figure out for somebody. I just did this yesterday for the chamber. Actually, they want to send a certain thing, and I went through and I figured out, what the best option on the numbers. Run the numbers for people and see. And the same with the bulk cards. That person that goes and just gets 25 or 30 cards. Figure out what 25 or 30 cards would cost them with
Right.
the packages, and that type of thing, and just present it that way,
Yep, yep,
and present it that way. We know there's a lot more benefits after that once they have
right.
their account, but do those kind of things for people, and you know, they're going to be customers for
Yep,
life.
absolutely.
Yeah. And Sean, just real
Right.
quick, we were talking about the consistency. You mentioned a book that
Atomic Habits. So you're going
Atomic
to start
Habits.
reading it this week, and we'll talk about it next week.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
Atomic Habits.
he points out it's not about perfection. It's not about, and we run into newbies all the time. Well, I got to know everything, and it's no. It's about
Mhm.
the consistency.
Right.
Putting in, doing it every day. At least once a day, whatever you're doing, sending cards, setting appointments, showing
Right.
how to send cards. It's about the consistency over anything else. That's
Right.
what that's when it sticks. So yeah, you're gonna
Right.
read it. You're gonna start reading it, and we'll talk about it next week because it's
Oh
great,
man,
and
that should be fun.
we can even use it with our customers because we know if we get people sending cards on a consistent basis, they're more likely to stick with us and get bigger packages and then
Mhm.
sell for us too. I mean, they're our biggest advocates. So yeah,
Mhm.
so we'll talk
Mhm.
about that next week.
Sounds
in more
good.
detail.
Awesome.
All
Well,
right.
thanks, everybody. Thanks for
All
tuning
right.
in today. Go out there and have a great one, and
Yep.
we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
You enjoy.